Moving to a new place can be so daunting, especially if you're coming from another state or from a different part of the state. So in this video, I want to talk about some of Winston-Salem's more popular neighborhoods. Some you might have heard of, some you might not have. But at the end, actually, I want to discuss an entire zip code. There are so many good things going on there. I think it's definitely worth considering as well. This is not an exhaustive list, but it will give you a good idea of some of the variety that is available in housing in Winston-Salem. And if you need to buy or sell real estate, my contact information is on the screen and in the description below. I'd love to be a resource for you. But let's start right off with Buena Vista. Buena Vista is one of Winston-Salem's most popular, most sought after, most influential neighborhoods. It's always in high demand. It's known for its big tree-lined streets, some amazing architecture. Some of the old tobacco executives from way back in the day have some huge mansions out here, and there's a variety of housing, but it's located just northwest of downtown. So it's just in a prime location, not only get to downtown, but some of Winston's best, shopping and restaurants, things like that. It's also really simple. It's still to get to, Trader Joe's, Costco, and your more everyday runs. Buena Vista also has plenty of history in it with, the Ronaldo Village, the Ronaldo House, Grayland Estate. You have the Southeastern Center for Contemporary Art, or SECA, is in Buena Vista as well. And there's some good restaurants and also other independent shops around as well. Places like Bobby Boy Bakery, there's small boutiques. Buena Vista also has some great places to walk, whether it's just on the tree-lined streets that tend to be really quiet in the neighborhood, or if you want to head out to Grayland Estate or Ronaldo Village or Ronaldo Gardens, there are some great walking paths out there as well. As far as real estate goes in Buena Vista, like I said, is one of the most sought after neighborhoods in Winston-Salem, so it does tend to be a little bit on the pricier side, especially if you look at price per square foot. But the median sales price in Buena Vista right now is in the 700s. But there is some variety there as well. There are condos in Buena Vista as well that are in the 200s. And sometimes you can find a house in the mid to upper threes. Some of those will need some work on there or be like a smaller bungalow type home. But then you'll find prices go all the way up into the multi-million dollars. Like I said, the median sales price in there is in around the 700s. There are some good opportunities if you're looking for a home to either renovate it in the 400s range. That would be an incredible increase in value if you fix it up. And there are also currently, completed renovated homes in the 5s and 6s that you can find in Buena Vista as well. So don't let the prices automatically scare you off. If you want to be in one of Winston's most popular neighborhoods, definitely consider Buena Vista. Next, we're going to talk about the Ardmore neighborhood in Winston-Salem, just west of downtown. Popular for medical professionals, families, people that love art, just popular in general. Ardmore is another one of Winston-Salem's most popular neighborhood. It has a distinct, eclectic personality all of its own. And if you like the older homes with a lot of character, you should definitely check out Ardmore. Now, I will say with older homes with character, you do have to know that there are some quirks that kind of go along with that. For instance, Ardmore basements are kind of a known thing around there because some of the houses are built in the 40s and sometimes earlier. There can be some interesting things going on in the basement, whether it's just a dugout foundation where it's just earth down there with piers, or some of them can just be built with stacked stones that could be more prone to leaking. So just know that these older homes, while they have a lot of charm and character, if they haven't been fully renovated or all the major systems haven't been updated, you can be setting yourself up for a little bit of work down the road to get it right. But once you do, you'll be in one of Winston-Salem's most popular, continuously sought after neighborhoods. It's a great place if you're looking for an investment to your home to appreciate. Ardmore is always in demand, and home prices there steadily increase, probably a little bit more than other parts of the city. Ardmore is also one of Winston's more walkable neighborhoods. There are plenty of shops and stuff that are in walking distance, and just plenty of places to get to within the neighborhood where you can walk. Lots of people are out there walking all the time. Ardmore is very dog friendly, and Ardmore is home to Miller Park, one of the city, I think's best parks, not just for a place to go out that has playground and stuff like that, but it has extensive walking trails, a lot of green space. Like I said, I think it's one of the city's best parks. So if you're in Ardmore, definitely check out Miller Park. Now, I will say Ardmore can be a little bit more transient because it gets so many people from the medical community that will come and do residency at the hospitals nearby. They will live there for a couple of years and then kind of move on, or starting, a younger family in a smaller home and then move. So if having, steady neighbors is kind of your thing, maybe take a second look or give that some consideration if you're thinking about Ardmore. But as far as real estate goes, you can still find homes in the $270,000 to $300,000 range. Some of those lower ones might need some work, but you can still find some homes that are nice and redone in the 300s. I just helped a client get a really nice renovated bungalow style house in Ardmore. Super cute, in the mid threes, and it's in a great location in the neighborhood as well. But if you can increase your price range a little bit to the 5s and 6s, you'll find some just stunning homes in Ardmore, some historic homes with charm that have been totally not only just remodeled, but all their major systems have been upgraded as well. So again, that's kind of in that $500,000 to $600,000 range. Homes in Ardmore will typically go up to about the 7s or 8s once in a while. Next, we're going to go out to the suburbs and talk about Clemmons. I've made plenty of standalone videos about Clemmons. If you search on the channel to look at those, we go into more detail. I'm not going to get too in depth here, but I do want to give you just a good overview of the neighborhood. Clemmons is one of Winston's most popular suburbs, actually one of the most popular in the entire triad. People are drawn there for the quality of the schools, or because it's more of just a fully developed suburb. You can be at your house in the suburb with all kinds of shopping and restaurants, everything you might need, parks, schools, everything just within 10 minutes from you. So Clemmons is a great location as far as its, I guess, maturity as a suburb. It is long geographically. Most of Clemmons is in Forsyth County, but some is down in Davidson County, where you see a little bit lower property taxes than the Forsyth side, but you will be a little bit further from some of those amenities that we talked about earlier. But the southern end of Clemmons is developing and growing as well, so I don't think it will be that way for long. So we talked about plenty of shopping, restaurants, things to do right in Clemmons. You have Tanglewood Park. There are some really good restaurants actually in Clemmons. But as far as real estate goes, you have the entire gamut. I mean, we have, townhouses, you have cluster homes that are geared to more 55 plus. There's a good amount of new construction in Clemmons as well, but you also have some great established neighborhoods like Clemmons West, or really in-demand neighborhoods like Waterford is in Clemmons as well. Some of the older, more established neighborhoods will be on some really big lots if that's your thing with mature trees. Some of the newer construction will have a little bit smaller lots with lower maintenance if that's your thing. As far as prices in Clemmons right now, the median sales price in Clemmons is about $400,000. We can find stuff in the low to mid threes in Clemmons that are nice and move-in ready condition as well, and prices in Clemmons can go up to $1 million plus. But that $400,000 to $500,000 is really kind of the sweet spot in Clemmons. And if you're looking in the mid fives, you can get just some gorgeous homes on gorgeous lots in a desirable school district, close to a lot of amenities, oftentimes with neighborhood pools or pickleball courts and things like that. There are just some great neighborhoods to consider in Clemmons. Next, we're going to stay in the suburbs. We're going to be in Lewisville. And Lewisville is a really popular suburb as well. Clemmons and Lewisville kind of go back and forth as the more popular ones in the entire triad. But Lewisville has, I tell people, it has just a little bit more of a small town feel to it. It doesn't have a lot of the chain restaurants and things like that like are in Clemmons. It's not quite as crowded. The population in Lewisville is about 14,000 people. People tend to like Lewisville because it's in a really desirable school district, so it attracts a lot of families, and there are neighborhoods that reflect that. Lewisville has a great little town square and what I'll call like a little downtown area kind of strip, but there's some great things to do. The community does a great job of putting on events throughout the entire year. They have a brand new community center. There are 2 or 3 parks within about a mile of the city center there, and just some great neighborhoods. As far as real estate goes, the median price in Lewisville is a little bit higher than Clemmons. It's closer to $500,000. And there are some neighborhoods in Lewisville where you can get nice houses in a really nice neighborhood like Sequoia, where you'll find them priced in the mid threes to $400,000. And then you'll have more higher end developments like Reynolds Run, where prices will be in the mid sixes, and then there are ultra luxury like Lakes at LaSarre with $1 million plus homes, or Marin with $1.5 million plus homes. So just Lewisville runs the really gamut as far as real estate prices go. But again, that median price in there is about $500,000. All right, next I wanted to talk about an entire zip code for you to consider. That zip code is 27106. And I wanted to highlight this as an entire zip code because there are so many great things going on in here, and there are so many great neighborhoods in this zip code. It is a little bit of a larger one. It goes up to the north, almost all the way up to Pofftown, and then to the west, all the way over to Lewisville. And 27106 is far enough out from the city center where there is population there. It's not like you're in the middle of the sticks in most of it, but it's away from a lot of the crowds and stuff of the more downtown neighborhoods. It's really kind of in that Goldilocks zone for that. Now, as you look at the zip code as a whole, as you're closer to the city, it is going to be a little bit more densely populated than out towards the edges, but hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. There's a great balance in there. And as far as amenities go, plenty of shopping, restaurants, things to do, parks all over the entire zip code. There's a lot of neighborhoods with mature trees in there, larger lots, and just a huge, huge variety of housing. 27106 is also popular because it's some of Winston's favorite school districts fall within this zip code, especially if you get to the farther west edge of that, you'll be in, like the Meadowlark School District, which is really popular for elementary and middle school. It also has amazing neighborhoods in this zip code as well, but still really simple to get downtown. Most of these places are going to be about 15 minutes from downtown. 10 to 15 minutes from Trader Joe's, Costco, and all those good things like that. So simple to get around the city as well. But on the far west edge, you'll have neighborhoods like Brookberry Farm or Century Oaks for the higher end. And then a little bit closer in the city, you have really popular neighborhoods like Sherwood Forest and Ashley Forest. And then there are a lot of other little neighborhoods in between as well, with just a huge variety of housing options in there. So because the neighborhoods can vary so widely in this zip code, the prices can as well. You're going to find nice move-in ready homes from the mid 300s. And that's kind of where the median price for that zip code is about $350. But if you move up in price into neighborhoods like, like Sherwood Forest will be in the 5s and 6s, or Ashley Forest in the 4s and 5s. And like I said, a lot of other neighborhoods in that $400,000 to $500,000 range where you get nice move-in ready homes. And then you can go up from there to some of their more exclusive neighborhoods, like I mentioned before, all the way up to $1 million plus if you want to spend that. But there's a lot of growth going towards the south end of the city right now, with a lot of things going down to like the Davidson County and Lexington area. And the 27106 area is kind of established, kind of set. There's still some growth and development going on out there, but it's kind of already set. So again, it just kind of really strikes that great, space between amenities, population, and things to do. If you're thinking about moving to any of these areas or anywhere in Winston-Salem, I'd love to be a resource for you. You can reach out to me directly at jeff@govalentino.com. Thanks.